Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the One Pot Wonder. Today is December 8th, and we are on session 3 of class 3 of our program. And I'd just like to welcome you for the day and sharing our cooking class. So before we get started, I have a few things that I'd like to share with you just for your information. First of all, a great big thank you to our sponsors and our partners and volunteers. We wouldn't be able to do this program without everybody. So big thanks to the Food Center for their support and their coupons that they're giving and food products. And just to give you a little information, the food coupons that are in your bags that you're receiving, there's for milk and eggs. So I know some of you probably still have your coupons from each week or from the last couple weeks. So if you want to go, you can go into the co-op, cash those in, get your eggs and milk, the extra milk. That would be great. And then from this day forward from our programming, we're actually going to take those coupons prior to bringing you your bag and get the milk and eggs for you. So that'll come with your bag each week. And moving on to the church, a great big thank you to the church for donating our kitchen to be able to work out of. So that is the Pinch Creek Community Church, and thank you so much. As well as the co-op. The co-op has been very, very helpful to us in helping us do our pre-planning for our quantities and our sizes of what we're needing for each week in food. So they have everything ready for us each week, and we go in and pick it up, and yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you so much, and a big shout out to Kane from the food department. He's been wonderful. Also to Nappy Friendship Center for the support to make sure that we can get this program out to you, and to the Pekani Child and Family Services for their staff from the programs there, and they're coming out and helping do deliveries with us. So a big thank you to you guys as well. And of course, last but not least, Kayla Ray XD Stein. I did it again. She's our camera person, so she's kind of my sidekick to help make sure that I'm on track. So great big thank you, Kayla. So moving on just a little forward to COVID. Because of the increase in cases in our community, we are taking some extra precautions as we were before, but with the increase, it's just that more enhanced. So Nappy is actually, we're not closed, but we are working out of the office. But there is always somebody there, usually from 12:30 to 4:30, to be able to take your calls. And then if you're needing to speak to a specific person, then you can be forwarded to a contact where they can be located. And so don't give up on us. If the phone nobody answers, just leave a message or just keep calling back, because there will be somebody around. You can also catch us if we're not and nobody's there to answer the phone. You can also catch us on the Nappy's Facebook page under the Nappy Friendship Association on Facebook. So keep that in mind if you're looking for anyone from the center. So just to give you an update on programs and closure through Christmas, our last class before Christmas is going to be next week, December 14th. So today's class will come out to you, and then next week will be our last class before the holidays. And I have put this in our group that are involved in this program for this 6 weeks. Just FYI, the Christmas food hampers are going out for delivery and pickup on December 21st from 11 till 7 at the old Home Hardware on Main Street, which is just adjacent there to the old Sobeys parking lot. So if you haven't registered for your Christmas hamper, please call into the Friendship Center and get yourself registered. And the phone number is 403-627-4224. On the 29th of December, Napi is offering a free stew and fry bread day, but you do have to pre-register and you do have to come and pick up. We will not be doing delivery for that program, but we are offering a virtual bingo. So if you're interested in stew and fry bread and a bingo day, please call into the center and register ahead of time so that we can make sure that you're taken care of. And so in saying that, so our last class is next week, the 14th. You're going to have a food hamper on the 21st. Then you have the opportunity on the 29th for your stew and fry bread. And then we're going to be returning to classes on January 5th. So we will be in touch, watching your group chat on Facebook and Messenger. And we will definitely be keeping in touch with you. So let's get started for today. So the plan is to do it's called the Best Breakfast Casserole. And it's a very simple base ingredients. So we've got the hash browns and we have some spiced sausage, and it's not hot spice, it's just not plain meat. It has a little bit of spices in it. We have some green onions and some cheese and some eggs and some half and half. And excuse me, I haven't included salt and pepper in there, but you can add that to yourself, to your own taste buds. So in saying that, we're going to get started. We need to pre-cook our sausage before we can put everything together. So I'm just going to start to get that sausage ready, and I'll meet you over at the stove. Okay, so I have the sausage on cooking, and keep in mind that this is ground sausage, so when you take it out of your tube that it's in, it is raw, so you definitely have to cook it. I do not recommend that you just put it in your casserole and let the oven cook it, because it does have quite a bit of grease, as you can see in this pan, and so you need to drain that grease off before you put it into your casserole, okay? And which we're going to do right now, and then we're going to start to put together the breakfast casserole. Okay, so we have the sausage already. I have strained the sausage from the grease that was on it, and so that's ready to go. And I have I'm using a dozen eggs. Depending on the size of your recipe, of course, you can downsize your eggs, but I'm going to use eggs because I'm going to feed the crew today. So we want to beat the eggs lightly so that they're ready to go. And so we're going to initially put, excuse me for a sec, we're going to use, if you have a glass or a casserole dish like a 9x13 or similar, or if you have some type of even a roasting pan would be fine for your cooking. So initially you need to just put your hash browns together, and so we're going to put them into the bottom of your pan, and we're just going to spread it evenly. And we're going to put our the sausage into the eggs. And we're going to put just some chopped onions that you'll have in your bag as well, and we'll put that in together. And we're going to stir this up. You can add your salt and pepper at this point as well to kind of your taste buds. I'm not using any salt and pepper this morning because we don't have any. So we're going to put this together like this. Kayla's cringing because she doesn't like meat. I can see it. So we're gonna put this mixture of the eggs and the onions and the sausage on top of your hash browns. And we're just gonna put it evenly. And we're gonna take approximately I'm gonna use about 1.5 cups of the milk. And we're just gonna put it along
cream.
Or sorry, the half and half. You can actually add that right into your eggs if you like, but I like to just kind of mush it around so that there's a little more liquid onto the bottom versus it all being on top. And that's that. So then we're going to take some cheese and we're going to put the cheese on top. And you can put as much as you have or like. And this needs to cook on about 375, between 375 and 400 for about an hour. And just monitor it as it's cooking. Don't let it burn. And then we're just gonna take some green onions and just give it a little sprinkle on the top of it. And then we're going to plump it into the oven. Initially, I'm going to put the lid on this. And if you don't have an oven to use, you can do this on a stove top, or you can use a slow cooker. The slow cooker, of course, is going to take a little bit more time, and it will, but it'll still be the same product. So. And just to mention, like, you can use a different meat. You don't have to use a sausage. You can use a ground beef. You can use ground pork. Well, sausage is pork, but this sausage has a sausage spice in it. So, but you don't even have to use meat if you don't like meat. You don't have to use meat. You can add green peppers. You can add mushrooms. You can add whatever you choose. But it certainly is quite yummy. So I'm gonna pop this into the oven because it's gonna take us about an hour, and we'll be back. Okay, so now that we've had this casserole into the oven for about, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. Keep in mind that while it's cooking, just keep an eye on it, but don't stir it around. Just let it kind of sit in its own, with the egg and the milk, and just let it kind of form. So this is our end result, and I'm gonna cut a piece out so that you can have a closer look, and then we're gonna eat it. So this is a slice of our breakfast casserole for today, and something I just wanted to mention is when you're mixing up your sausage and your egg and your milk and your onions, I just layered it on the top, but you could certainly just mix it into your hash browns, so that the sausage and the flavor of the onions and everything will go right into the hash browns. So that being said, you can add your salt and pepper, your ketchup, whatever, your salsa, whatever you'd like to have with it. Some people even just put like a little bit of sour cream and salsa, so it's kind of got a taco flavor to it. But bon appetit, enjoy your day, and everybody stay safe.